morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Friday. I just shut down my phone because it was tripping, so that's not going to show. But today is Friday the 13th, I think. Yesterday was my dad's birthday. His birthday was July the 12th. So yesterday was Daddy's birthday, and so today has to be the 13th. So, um, it is 10:47 in the a.m. and I just got a message from the Summer Love Inn. She sent me a heart on my Facebook. Anyway, family, I came on because there's a few things that are just weighing on my spirit. You know, there's a few things that I'm just feeling at the moment, and I just wanted to just share it with you guys and talk about it with you guys. I know I probably look toe up, and it's okay. I'm at home. This is a comfortable look for me. I had the same tank on the other day. I just put this on right quick because I didn't want to just be all, the way I sleep, naked. So to put on something to be presentable, to come on here and to share some things with you guys. I threw back on my tank. I put on my baby's pajama pants that I stole from his house. And it just is what it is. My hair, y'all, let me tell you something. I love, 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 love this hair. Okay? I got this hair from my girl Althea Yan, is her Facebook name. Althea, Alfia, Yan, Yhan. And her eBay store is Malaysian Hair Designs. And she's a very dear friend of mine. I adore her. I get a lot of my units from her. And I've been promoting this unit since I got it. And everywhere I go, when people ask me, is that your hair? And all that kind of stuff, I tell them no, it's a full lace, and I got it from Malaysian Hair Designs, and her name is Althea Young. So I ask that you guys go and befriend her on Facebook. And as a matter of fact, my girl is in waiting, so she's with child. And so many blessings to you, Althea. I am so in debt to you because, girl, you keep me on my A game when I feel as though I need to go there. And with this hair, let me tell you something. Bitch felt brave. Okay? I felt like the girl in the cartoon, red hair, ringlets, full hair, brave. Yes, I felt like brave all weekend long. And that's bringing forth the conversation for this morning. Because, yes, I felt brave. And I'm gonna touch on that in a minute. But yeah, but this hair is just giving me so much shaka. It's giving me so much of the divas way back then. It's giving me Diana Ross. It's giving me all of that. And let me tell you something, guys. This hair is so fucking long. It's ridiculous. It goes all the way down to where that ass dip right there, where the back and the booty, and it like that curvature right there. It goes all the way back there. I mean, this hair is super long, and I just don't want to take it down right now because then I have to tame it and put it back up. And as a matter of fact, the ponytail was a high ponytail, and it was all wrapped around real cute yesterday. And I went to sleep, and this is what I woke up and got. So you guys are not getting a remix. You guys getting me fresh waking up. I just hit my grill and threw on this right here in a bra, so then therefore I can come on here and be somewhat presentable. But for the most part, it just is what it is. You guys know that I'm not a makeup chick. I'm not a well put together chick on that every day. That's just not what I do. I just don't do it. Hold on. It's not what I do. And I'm comfortable with me, and I'm comfortable with who I am and what I present and what I bring to the table. Now, with that being said, I woke up this morning to a couple more video responses to why do they hate on me. And this young lady, oh my God, absolutely beautiful. And it's like I do it because I can or something like that. I think that's the name of her screen name. But anyway, you guys go to that video because she did a couple of video responses that were dead on, and they just hit the nail on the head for me. My girl, Big and Sexy, she did one. Hers was good, good, good. And then another one of my girls did one, and hers was also good, good, good. And me and Kenny was actually watching hers at the time, and when she went boop, we was like, oh my God, because y'all know that that's my style. I have no problem with doing that. And when she went boop, I was like, okay, that's my motherfucking homie right there, because it takes a certain type of confidence level to do such things, and some people just won't do it. Some people find certain things that they don't understand. They find it to be strange and stupid and trifling and ghetto and whatever other adjective you might want to label it with. But as for me, I'm just a free spirit, baby. I'm a free spirit. I enjoy life. I love the living. And I simply adore my chicks, girls, women. I can sit and talk to you guys for hours. I mean, we could sit up, chalk it up. I was talking to Jody a few minutes ago, and she was like, we need to do a meet and greet. Yes, we really do need to do a meet and greet. Just go somewhere at a lounge somewhere and sit up and kick it and just chalk it up and just, toss a couple of them up and, twist a few. Yeah, so it has to be here in California because I'm legal, baby. So I'll go right on to the candy shop, as I call it. Give me a, you know what I'm saying, give me a couple of that and a little bit of that right there, and boom. Let's go to this meet and greet and kick it and kick it. Kick it and party, excuse me. I found my other flip, y'all. I found it. I did take it with me, but I just did not use it. And I'm still going through my things, and that's why I just happened to talk about this, because it was sitting right here on Pinky. So anyway, but yeah, this is my other flip. This is just the digital one. This is the 1080p, and this is the high definition one. And I just don't use it as often because the upload on this guy, it takes a 15-minute video will be like considered as 1 gig, and it's just too much. I mean, the clarity is awesome, yes it is, but when you're uploading in high definition like that, unless if you don't have any restrictions on your account, like I don't have any restrictions on my account, so I can do a 2-hour minute goddamn video. I just haven't because I don't want to bombard you guys like that. Like, that bitch got that much shit to talk about. I can't sit and watch that bitch for no whole hour straight, bitch. No, I can't do her for no whole hour. So that's why I just don't do that, because it's like, damn, I am a talker. You guys know it, but it's like, shit, give you guys a whole hour worth of shit talking. I don't know. Shout out to my McDonald's cup. Y'all, I know I'm not the only one, but there was a time in my life, especially when I was on my grind and I was going to casting calls and I was sleeping in my truck. That's what a lot of you guys don't know about me. I was on my grind in my early 30s, and I was really trying to get on. And, there were so many, that's a whole nother chapter in my life that I look back on, and I'm like, it made me a survivor, and it made the woman that I am today to stand before you and say, you know what, I'm 40 years old, and I've lived this, and this, and I've endured that, and some more of them. And there was a time in my life when I was constantly on the grind down in the streets of Hollywood, and I would go to all kind of different casting calls and do all those types of different things, and would go to a lot of industry parties and such. And I used to collect cups from different places, and I would leave them in my truck. At the time, I had an Expedition Eddie Bauer, and red. It was hot too. It was hot. That's the one I gave my sister that burnt up a couple months ago. Yeah. Anyway, but I would keep these cups in my car, and when I would go to different places, I would fill them up like I just just went through the drive-through, and just, because if they say something, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, my husband, we just went through the drive-through, and I spilled my drink in the car and I just had to come refill it up. No problem. And more times, a lot of times they didn't even say anything. Y'all, I get free passes on a lot of shit. Let me knock on wood. A lot of times people don't say anything to me. And I'm not an advocate for stealing soft drinks. I'm not an advocate for that. Don't misunderstand me, okay? I'm just real about mine. But yeah, I had Tony had bought me a sweet tea from McDonald's, and so this morning though Isaiah had made some lemonade, and so it's lemonade in there. So yeah, it is what it is. So I just filled it up. I put about that much of lemonade in there, and it's good too. It's good. Some Minute Maid lemonade off the chain. I do need something on my lips though, because as I begin to talk, my lips begin to get a little dry and chapped up. I don't like that. So let me, because I don't like this one right here. This is a Burt's Bees Replenishing Lip Balm. I don't really like that one. Hold on, let me see what I have. I have to retire this bag because I love her and I don't want her fucked up. So I must retire you, mama. I'm not gonna be hanging with you because I don't want you fucked up at all. Okay, we don't want you messed up. So we gotta retire you and put you away and go back to Miss Coach over there. Okay. But anyway, guys. Where did we begin? Let's talk about the video responses. Now, this young lady sent me a video response. Beautiful as all get out. I see why your lips make you money. In a clean sense. Let's clarify that once again. I know you had to clarify that, but let me clarify that too because, people kind of take things and run with it and shit. Everybody want to put a twist to it. I understood exactly where you were coming from, so you didn't have to explain it to me. But, sometimes we do have to clarify to the people that are late and tardy for the party. So, and you were talking about, confidence and all those types of things. And guys, let me tell you, because there was a time in my life, I had a rather tumultuous childhood. I really, really did. And then I think it led to so many other things in my life. Being a survivor of child sexual abuse, like me, it made me kind of shy away from people. It made me keep my circle tight. It made me very quiet as a child. It made me very aggressive. It made me argumentative, and I fought a lot in school because of it, because I couldn't fight my predator. So being that I couldn't fight my predator, I fought everybody else. I fought battles that I knew that I could win. And that was, women as, young ladies that were at school and stuff. And then I began to get kicked out of school. I got kicked out of the district. I got expelled, and it was all bad. And then as I began to get older, I began to pick up a weight problem because I was internalizing so many different things that I was going through as a kid. And so it was just crazy. And then I met Tony at 20 years old, 19 or 20. And, here was this guy from Louisiana that I hadn't known, and actually he was a stalker of mine. He actually stalked me, believe it or not. And let me say that loosely because, today we laugh at that. But Tony he actually followed me in the midst of night, in my car. And, I've already given the story, so I'm not going to go back through all that. But yeah, actually, he followed my car in the middle of the night about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. And as fate has it, now that it's 20 plus years later, and 3 children and a marriage and all those types of things. I've gotten up and I've gotten over, and I've been able to digest all that. It just is what it is. Now, oh shit, I need to take my raspberry ketone while I'm bullshitting up before my juice and shit go away. But yeah, okay, so this man from Louisiana, he just found a liking and an attraction to me, and I was like, wow, I was 19 or 20, and I think at that time I weighed about 212. I had no children, so my body was solid and stacked. And this man just found a liking in me, and I was always the hat rack at the club because my cousins and my friends and the girls that I was closest to, they were much smaller than me. So they were always around like 120, 125, and here I'm in the twos, and I just didn't really feel like I fit in other than being their coat rack. I was their coat rack at the club. I would hold their purses and their jackets while they would go off and dance with guys and all those type of things. And I was like, men didn't look at me that way. See, what a lot of people fail to realize, back in the 80s and the 90s, Big was not in. Big didn't start getting to be the shit until after they came out with the Big Gulps and the motherfucking extra value meals and shit at McDonald's. See, back in the 80s, the 70s and 80s, it wasn't no Big Gulps and extra value meals and shit like that. It wasn't none of that. It wasn't until the 90s and stuff, and I think in the 80s, in the mid 80s, the latter part of the 80s is when Big Gulps and extra value meals and stuff became popular, became mainstream. But at first, you just got a hamburger, fries, and a drink, and it was just regular size. There was no triple meat. It was none of that type of stuff. And as economy and the way things evolved, people start eating more. There was a time we didn't have no remote control and shit to turn the TV. You got your big ass up and you turn the TV. Shit like that. And as time progressed and we become more lazier, if that's a word, as a society, and people begin to get bigger. Well, everybody was rather small, and for me to be a young lady, and I was 212 or whatever, and I was considered as fat. In the 6th grade, I weighed 198 pounds. I will never forget that in my life. I was always the biggest chick, though I was always short, but I was always a big girl. From as long as I can remember, I've always been heavy. And so, I battled that. And then when I met Tony and he, he thought that I was the finest goddamn thing. I mean, as a fucking, oh my God, he thought I was a gem. He thought I was gorgeous. He just felt like I was all of that. And but he was from Louisiana, and he was accustomed to a woman's size, and that's what he was actually attracted to. So as we began to court and date and all those types of things, he began to feed me, and made me, my baby is at the door, and you hear she's barking. She wants to come in. She's barking and whining at my door. And so as it went along, I catapulted up 343 pounds. And as we were dating and stuff, and I was like, I need a pap smear, shit. I need a gastric bypass. Well, you know what? I'm not getting ready to give up no more pussy and no nothing else. We need to. What we gonna do? Because of this long engagement shit. No, we ain't finna do all that. So we went on and got married, and did the damn thing. I was engaged for about a good year and a half. But I was getting bigger as the days and the months went by. So I was like, hell no. What we getting ready to do? Because I need to go ahead on and run this insurance right quick. Because I need this motherfucking Norplant. I had a Norplant that I had went to the Department of Health and had got it and it was for free. And so, but it was time for me to get a pap smear, but I didn't have insurance anymore because I was pussyfooting at school, and you got to be a full time student. So, I was pussyfooting at that time in school, and so I didn't have any more insurance. And so, when Tony took me in as his woman, and then came to my dad and told him that I want her to stay with me and blah 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 blah. So at that point in time, my plate was turned over with my parents, and they were like, okay, well, if he said he's gonna be full, if you're gonna be his responsibility, then let him be that then. So needless to say, we got married and all that kind of stuff, and then boom, I ended up being 343 pounds in 2 months and 2 days after my wedding. I went in for gastric bypass surgery, and so the rest on that sense is history. I did end up having 3 children subsequently after that. I had my first child at 25. I had Anthony in 96. And I went back to school. I got my nursing degree and all those other kind of things because my mom was like, okay, well, look, now that you are a mother, in case something ever happens to your husband and you need to support him and your children, you need to have something to do that. And what was a better way for me to do it, being that I've always been a nurturer. That's always been my nature. And so, but theater arts was always something that I was very fascinated in. Impromptu, that type of stuff, comedic views on things, and I've always been that chick. So I minored in theater arts, and I majored in nursing, and I went back to school, and I completed all that. And so, but still, I was a heavy chick. But as um, throughout the duration of my marriage, there was some type of disconnect there with me, and I take it back to the abuse.